Introducing our next co-host for the evening is the Hon Chris Rath, member for the Legislative Council, to present his welcome. Applause, please.
Assalamu alaikum, peace be on you. And I would also like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. It is indeed a great pleasure to be with you all as a representative of the New South Wales opposition. I think when Penny and I first accepted to be your co-host tonight, we weren't exactly sure who would be the government and who would be the opposition. Penny's been sworn in as one of the most senior ministers in the New South Wales government, and at our end we're all packing up our boxes and moving offices down to the opposition suites. But I did want to particularly congratulate Penny and the New South Wales Labor Party on winning the election, and thank you for being here tonight. In addition to acknowledging Penny, I would like to acknowledge Commissioner Karen Webb and Amar Singh in joining us as we celebrate Ramadan as a time for spiritual renewal and charity, and to appreciate the core values that underpin Islam. This evening is also a chance for us citizens and residents of New South Wales to pay tribute to the cross-cultural friendships that lie at the heart of our success as a multicultural society. The New South Wales government and opposition, Labor and Liberal, have been long-term supporters of Ramadan and, of course, our Muslim community more broadly in all of its marvellous and wonderful variety. Tonight, we honour Ramadan as it is the holiest month for one of the world's great faiths. Many Muslims across this state have also dedicated themselves to helping the less fortunate. And I would personally like to acknowledge all their support and generosity, in particular during COVID over the last few very difficult years. Again, this year, the Muslim community's characteristic joy has been on full display. The Ramadan night markets on Halden Street have brought celebrations to the people of Lakemba, and I hope all of us get an opportunity to visit at some point. This festival is now in its 5th year and has continued to attract a growing number of visitors, with 1.2 million people attending across 30 days. I attended several iftar dinners last year, as I am this year, and they symbolise our state's multicultural strengths. Attendees are welcoming, proud of their cultures, and keen to understand each other. I believe that these iftar dinners represent the best parts of living in New South Wales, and I look forward to joining once again next year to experience this joy. Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, we are the most successful multicultural society on earth. We are home to people from more than 300 cultures, and between us we speak 275 languages and practice 144 religions. We set an example to the rest of the world of how such diverse communities can live together harmoniously. More than anything, this is because we all value the hope and opportunity that our country has to offer. And as a perfect example of that is each and every one of you in this room tonight. I think also as an example of just how successful, harmonious and proud and peaceful our society is the recent New South Wales election that we just faced, in that we have had an orderly transition of power at the ballot box. And as depressing as it is that we're packing up our boxes and Penny's being sworn in, I think that it is an incredibly good thing about the society that we live in, that transition of power not by force, not an election marked by sectarianism or by racial or religious hatred, but an election where our leaders and our political parties stood above all of that, and there was that orderly transition of power at the ballot box. And I think that is one of the best things about living in Australia and New South Wales. Nobody in Australia or New South Wales is contesting the election, saying that the results were wrong or that the results weren't valid. We are a very proud society here, a very remarkably successful multicultural society, that we don't have the same problems that a lot of other countries do around the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your giving spirit. Thank you for inviting me to share your wonderful iftar dinner tonight. Ramadan Mubarak, and I wish you all a very blessed month.